presenter on stage. And what I love about this young gentleman, the energy, the love he puts in all what he does, the love he has for his family. And I don't know how does he do it. He wears so many hats. Maybe today he will tell us. He's a country sales manager. He's the father of three. He's the husband. He's the top leader. Actually, he has been so supportive of me on my own journey, and not only me, but so many people across Africa. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming on stage none other less than Enos Salela.
Wow, good morning, everybody.
Yes, it's
Are we all excited? Are we ready for the day? You know, if you think it's going to be a long day, I'm telling you, it's going to go fast. You won't even believe that we are actually done. And I can assure you, when we are done, you probably wish that we could stay longer. And personally, I am very, very humbled and excited to be here. Praising with them. You're all looking so good, guys. Maybe we should turn around a little bit and look at everybody. You're looking amazing, guys. And I have a feeling everybody that is in this room is also going to be in Pattaya. Even before Pattaya, maybe everybody who is in this room should also be in Bali. There is absolutely no reason why we should not make the no reason. And before I really get started, let me recognize amazing people that are our brothers with me, my highs and my lows. If any day
that's what people were saying, that we started looking to do.
Super supportive, my wife there, and two boys, one is under the table. The other one is there. and then and I have two beautiful girls in my life right there. So yeah. Whenever she's around, sometimes so we are all leaders here. Especially when we talk about leadership in forever. When you get to God, automatically we part you as a leader. Am I blocking the screen or is it me? It's fine. That means that's So when we talk about leadership, yes, when you get to manage, it's like we recognize you as a leader. We all agree that leadership does not begin at manager level.
So what we do is understand is there
a special way for us who are here in this room. And for me, this is my true belief that we have 4 leaders here in this room. We are representing Africa. I know we have so many other countries that are not in this room, but I'm sure in one way or the other, we are somehow representing them. And maybe we are going to be the reason, or even for those who are not here with us, to get an extra reason to say, why not go an extra mile? Why not push a little bit harder? Why not really making a decision to tap into our potential? Saying that I'm going to stretch harder, I'm going to push like I've never pushed before. And leadership is about, yes, it's about getting the recognition, it feels good, but we all know behind the curtain, leadership is about sometimes, right? Leadership is about working harder than most people. Leadership is about doing what you're not even expected to do, but you do it because you know it's good of the many people, the many other people. Leadership is sometimes about sacrificing yourself for others. Leadership is about you carrying the weight for others. It's like you wanting to go an extra mile so that others can have it a little bit easier. And I believe in this room is full of leaders. People that are just here for the sake of having fun and enjoying. And,
Mashawo, please mute.
Always looking like everything is fine and perfect and fantastic. But I know in this room with people that are committed, people that really want to make sure they make it big. I know there are people that have flown from their countries purposely only for this event. And I can tell you, all the speakers know how serious this event is to each and everyone here. And we will make sure that by the time we leave here, everybody leaves not just inspired, but really planted inside them the transformation that can last a long time. Because we got motivated, we all got motivated yesterday seeing the checks. We all know that motivation slowly, and then it disappears. But if you have a seed planted inside of you, then that seed can truly germinate into something very big. So with us here today, yes, we have an opportunity to grow. We have an opportunity to make it big in this business. And at the same time as well, behind every success, in front of every success, there lies challenges and obstacles. And what really makes a great leader is not about what they've achieved, but what they've endured. It's about what they had to go through to get to where they are. And I know the goals that we have for ourselves. I know the plans that we have for ourselves, the things that we want to achieve. I know for sure they will require us to push like never before. They will require us to go an extra mile. And when I think about leadership and when I think about us here in the room, and generally FBOs all over the world, I ask myself, what is that one thing? What is that one thing? You know, there's always that one thing. I was once given a book called The One. And that book talks about you thinking deeply about the one thing that will be the major reason that will create a ripple effect in everything else that you want to improve in your life or you want to achieve. What will be that one thing for us here in the room? That one thing that can truly unlock the true potential that you have inside of you. Because we all have it in us. We all have it in us. But there's something that needs to happen inside of me. There's something that needs to happen inside of you for you to truly unlock that true potential. There's that one thing, which if that misses, doesn't matter if you are very good with strategies, doesn't matter if you have the energy, nothing matters until you have that one thing first. Because if you don't have that one, then most of the times you will find yourself maybe running around, trying out here and there. And that's something that I see sometimes in us as leaders. And maybe in a way, we'll be talking a lot today about Forever in Africa specifically. Because I know if we decide, there's no reason why Africa should not be number one day. There's no reason. There's absolutely no reason, guys. I think we need this opportunity more than anybody else. And I can tell you, it's much easier to build Forever in Africa than anywhere else. Can you imagine trying to build Forever in a country whereby the average income is $5,000 a month? That's like the minimum. How do you inspire someone to get to manager and tell them about $2,000 a month Well, that is half what a graduate from the university gets. But for us, it's a little bit easier. I know the other side might look tougher, but it's a little bit easier. And looking at it from that perspective, it means we have the biggest chance to move faster. We have the biggest chance to excel very, very fast. We have that. And the good thing is we've seen our fellow people right here from Africa making it big. And there's only one question left. What if we have more of those on that stage? What if we have 10 people yesterday who got a check from Africa for more than 500,000? What if there were 10 of us? What if there were 10 of us? Can you imagine the impact? And what if we had about 100 people who got checks more than $100,000? What if it was 100 of them? And can you imagine that lineup? 500,000, 10 of them. And then we've got 100,000 checks. Those other ones, 20, 50, uncountable. We can do it. There is no reason why not to do it. We can do it. And that is how it has to start with first having clarity on the goals. And this is the one thing that I know affects most people. This is the one thing that is taken very casually. But if we will choose as leaders, if we will choose to take goal setting, not just as one of the things we do in Forever, one of the things that we advise people to do, but really taking this deep into our hearts that, okay, I am actually designing my future. You're actually not just designing your own future, you're designing your future and the future of your futures. You know what I mean, right? So if you really take it into our hearts and saying, what kind of goals do I really want to have for myself? And I know we all have goals. I know we all have things that we want to achieve. We all have wishes. We all have dreams that are floating around in the air. We all have them. I mean, almost all of us, even if you are, you get woken up in the middle of the night and you're asked, what is your dream car? You can come up with a name, especially for the men. For the ladies, you might say, wait, until I see it, then I'll tell you that's my dream car. But we all have those wishes and dreams and ideas of the things that we want. When we drive around, we all see mine shapes and we say, wow, one day I wish. We have those wishes. Those ones I have no problem with. We all have wishes. Blandina asked us, who are the future diamonds? And almost the whole room went up. Now, that's just a wish. It's not a goal. And the thing with wishes, they make you feel good. The thing with wishes, they make you feel like, I will get there. It's just a matter of time. But I'm sure if you've been in the business for at least 2 years, you know, it is not just a matter of time. It is definitely not just a matter of time. If you're brand new, if you're less than a year in the business, you can look at people and say, what, this person 5 years in the business? Didn't get a check? How is that possible? It is not just a matter of time. It's what we do in the time that matters the most. It's not just a matter of time. So my question here to everybody is not whether or not we have goals. My biggest question is, how powerful, how strong, have you really gone deeper and asked yourself the quality of your goals? Because if you are casually saying, I'm going to be a diamond manager, I'm going to be in Pattaya, I'm going to be in Bali, if you're casually saying that, unless if you're planning to save money and pay for yourself to go to Bali, but if you're planning to qualify for Bali, right now you should be panicking. If you're planning to qualify for Bali, because there are only 2 ways for you to qualify for Bali. You either do chairman's bonus or you do 1,500 cc's, and we have only 7 months left. 7 months left. Or is it 8? 7. 1,500 cc's. So the question now is not whether we have goals, but what is the quality of the goals that you have set for yourself? And one of the things that I want to re-emphasize is you being masters. And by masters, we mean you thinking ahead, way ahead. And by way ahead, I strongly encourage you to think at least 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years as for a leader. For someone that's not up to anything big or major in forever, you don't need to think 3 to 5 years. You can think year and basis, it's okay. You can make every new year a brand new way. And make every new year new ways, setting new goals. But if you really want to make it big, you need to think 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years. So that you have year 1 feeding into year 2 and year 2 feeding into year 3. And year 3 is where you hit the jackpot. If you don't think in 3 to 5 years, then definitely every year you'll more or less be starting afresh. And when you're starting afresh every year, guess what happens? Almost every year you look at what you didn't achieve last year and you plan it for the current year. So actually you are living backwards. You're not even going forward. And as leaders, we need to think 3 to 5 years. Now here's the magic. Here's the magic. The magic is not just in you identifying what you want to be or who you want to be or what you want to achieve 3 years down the line. That is first of all difficult for most people. I don't know. I don't want anybody to raise their hands, but I want you to just ask yourself, do you have your 3 to 5 year goals in place? I'm talking about forever. Do you have your 3 to 5 years goals in place? Because if you have them in place, you probably know when you're going to hit 5,000 CCs. You probably know when you're going to do chairman's bonus. You know which year exactly. Now, once you have that goal, 3 to 5 years down the line, now the biggest question is, have you set clear, very, very smart and specific goals for this year that are stepping stones for you to achieve what you want to achieve 3 years down the line? And that is being a master. Being a master is you first describing in details, specifically where you want to arrive, and moving backwards and knowing what I should focus on right now so that I achieve what I want to achieve 3 to 5 years. And with Forever, I've had an opportunity to mingle closely with so many top leaders. And I can tell you that's one thing that I see, some of the people that we always wonder, how does that guy manage to do that each and every year? How do people manage to smash those checks each and every year? And this is what I've come to conclude. They all think 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years. And most of us, maybe we don't think 3 to 5 years. And when we don't think 3 to 5 years, I can assure you, we will never be able to really hit the big jackpot. We'll never be able to really hit it. And when you're thinking about your 3 to 5 year goals, one of the key things that I want to encourage you as well, and you're thinking about your goals 3 to 5 years. Yes, you might start with your current needs. What is it that you need right now? What is the most important thing for you right now? What is it that you need to focus on right now? If you want to smash Ego Manager, you know what is it that you need to focus on right now. You know how crucial the first 3 to 6 months of Ego are crucial. You mess up those ones, chances are you might either completely fail to achieve Ego, or you might achieve Ego, but in a non-compliant way. We won't know, but you will know yourself. And you will deep down know that, yes, I've achieved it, but I've not built a business that is called an Ego business. And the aim of Ego is not just for you to get a trip. Actually, that should be the last reason why you're focusing on Ego. Because if you focus to fight for Ego just to get the trip, I mean, you'd rather pay for yourself and go to that country which Forever is taking people. You can go and hang around there. You know, imagine if you came to Abu Dhabi and you're not a non-qualifier, you still get the rally vibe, right? You know, you can even book the hotel that the qualifiers are staying so that you can, you know, bump into them and take photos and do that, all of those things. But the biggest reason why you would want to achieve Ego is way beyond qualifying for the trip. So think about that. But also, when you're setting goals, because I really need us to think as big, but also as smartly as possible. Because what you decide in the next 3 to 5 years, what you decide You know, 3 to 5 years is not a short time, guys. It's a long time. It's a big chunk of your life. And if you're 40 right now, by the time you're smashing these goals, you are 45. You have about 10 more years left for you to really hustle. After that, you'll probably want to lay back a little bit. Maybe you won't have as much energy as the one as you have right now. So think about a goal that will actually create a ripple effect, a goal that when you achieve it, when you achieve that goal, it's not just going to help you, it's not just going to help you in doing or getting whatever that you want, but it's going to create a ripple effect in your whole team, maybe even in your whole country. Because when your country is growing, most likely your team is also growing or will start to grow. When your country is going down, most of the times, it's just a matter of time, your team also will start to go down. That almost happens all the time. So when you're setting your goals, make sure you set a goal that will have a ripple effect. And that means it must be a big goal. It must be a big goal. There is no reason why we should not go for the big money forever. There's no reason why we should settle for $1,000, $2,000 a month. No, we shouldn't do that. And I know in Africa it's very easy unknowingly, subconsciously, to settle for $2,000 a month without even you knowing. You might be writing down goals that I want to get to $10,000 a month. I want to earn a $1 million check one day. But your mind is saying $2,000 is enough. Enjoy your life. Come to Abu Dhabi and don't bother attending the training. Just be around taking photos. When you do that, just know your mind is saying $2,000 is enough. Subconsciously, you've settled for $2,000 because if you knew I'm going for $1 million, you'll be the first person there listening to the training, the one we had at Hilton, right? You will do whatever it takes. I'm not encouraging anyone, but even when you're not qualified, I mean, you can even find ways to sneak in. I'm not encouraging. Don't even quote me. You know, you find a way to sneak in because your mind is thinking about $1 million check, right? But what if you don't sneak in? What if you sneak in on a chairman's bonus party and on the train? What does that say about your mind? Subconsciously, that's where you operate. That's the reality, guys. And that's why we need a change from within. We need a change from within so that we can really connect with the big goals. Because if we don't really connect with the big goals, we'll find ourselves measuring in the minor, the smallest thing of all, I'm telling you. And I love the fact that Blandina mentioned, when we are here today, let's be here. You know, sometimes we focus so much about telling people where we are instead of us being there for real. Don't worry so much about telling people I'm learning a lot today, this is amazing. Don't worry so much about that. Just learn for real. Because when you learn, you'll be impacted. Impacted, you won't need to tell many people. The impact you get, you know, it will be like a big stone that has been thrown in water. The ripple effect will be big. You know, imagine if you're off people. He doesn't need to tell a lot about where he is and what he's learning, but just one check. One check says it all. Even if he posts 3 times a year, that guy, it's enough. The first year, 1 million. Second time, what again? If you land on that page, you know this is the guy that I need to follow. So we need to change from our mind, guys. Like deep down in our mind, we need to challenge our thinking. Because sometimes we say we are going for the big ones, we say we are going for diamond, we say we are going for this and this, but deep down we are not really going for it, deep down. And we can tell by the way your feet are moving, right? It's not just about what you're saying in your mind. And if you ask me, I'll tell you, these are forever big money. If you're looking for big money forever, guys, number one, you have to make sure you get to gem bonus. If you're not getting gem bonus, I can tell you, don't even dare to say you're getting forever big money. You're not. As a matter of fact, you are losing a lot of money. If you're not on gem, you are losing a lot of money. So it means as you're planning your business, because remember, we're talking about 3 to 5 years, guys, right? Maybe right now, maybe you don't even know how to get to gem bonus. And that's why we are here, to help each other setting the goals. So that when you set the correct goals, 3 to 5 years, you have built a business that gives you a gem bonus on monthly basis. On monthly basis, you get gem bonus without you even thinking about anything. Gem bonus. We are Sapphire. We've been Sapphire for a long time. And we went through a number of years being Sapphires and not getting gem bonus. And whenever I go back and look at how many years we were Sapphires and we were not going for gem bonus, we were not getting gem bonus, how much money we've lost is hundreds of thousands of dollars just because we are not qualifying for gem bonus. And here's the craziest thing of all, That's why I'm saying your mind, you have to really uplift your mind so that it can think big enough. While we were losing money every month because we are not on gem bonus, we were okay. We were happy. We were not even like, why are we not getting gem bonus? That was not even crossing our mind. We were quite fine. Until when we started getting it, that's when we said, oh my God, is this what we've been losing? Now the challenge is to you now here. Are you getting forever big money right now? Because if you're not, you might be quite okay, very fine, very happy, but you don't know what you're losing. Until the day you start getting it, that's when you realize. So forever big money starts with gem bonus. Another one, CBQ level 3. Let me be very precise, guys. It's level 3. Not just CBQ. We're talking about big, guys. We are talking about big. We want to challenge our thinking so that we go for the big goals. The kind of goals that you achieve those goals, they have a ripple effect in your whole country. It has to be CBQ level 3, guys, not just CBQ. Yes, we might start with CBQ level 1, that's very okay. And that's why we need a 3 to 5 years plan, right? But you must have a plan of when am I getting my CBQ level 3 check? Because the big money in forever lies here. CBQ level 3 and gem bonus. And I'm not even talking down about positions in forever. They are very important. But if you talk about big money, the big money is in these two things here. You can be a Sapphire and get to CBQ level 3 and gem bonus and make more money than a triple diamond. You can do that. When we go to GLT, CBQ level 3, 7,500 cc's, we were Sapphire. And we had, of course, there were triple diamonds. Lots of them, Japan has got lots of triple diamonds. And they were not on GLT. They did not get a CBQ level 3 check. So why am I saying that? Because I want us to plan on how are we getting to CBQ level 3 and how are we getting to gem bonus. If we are not planning for these big things, then let's not talk about big things. And I think here in this meeting, we only want to talk big things. We want to go for the big things. If Forever is saying they want to create a profitable environment where individuals can, with dignity, be whatever they want to be. We can be whatever that we want to be. Why should we be small? There's no reason why we should be small. No reason why we should be small. And that's why we have to plan how we are getting there. But here's the thing, guys. Don't just make this a wishful thinking. Don't just let this be an idea in your mind making you feel good when you sleep at night that one day I'm going to hold a CBQ level 3 check. No. It doesn't come by just being a wishful thinking. These big goals, they have to be backed by plans. They have to be backed by plans and strategies, like core strategies. We are not just talking about passion here. You know, there are times where you need to put passion aside, motivation aside, energy aside, and those are things that we are very good at in Africa, right? We are very passionate people, we are energetic people, we are resilient, we are all of that. Now the question comes, do we have strategies to get to these things? Because if we don't have core business strategies there, we might be excited, passionate, resilient people that are not making it big in this era. We have to go for the big ones. We have to go for the big ones. And Forever has made it very easy for us to help us plan easily. It will still need your resilience, you still need your focus, your commitment, but it has made it very easy by coming up with an incentive that will help you conquer all the big things, which is Ego Manager. And if you ask me, Ego Manager is the incentive that will unlock the true potential in you. Ego Manager is the incentive that will get you to qualifying for GEM bonus. Ego Manager is the incentive that will get you to Chairman's bonus level 3. It's Ego Manager. Without you focusing on Ego Manager, without building an Ego Manager business, without doing that, more chances are you might achieve GEM once or twice, but never really getting GEM every year. So we have to think in terms of Ego Manager. And that's why even Forever has completely restructured itself and its marketing plan based on Ego Manager right now. Completely restructured it. Now think about GEM bonus, and GEM starts at Sapphire. If you are a Sapphire Ego Manager, we are Sapphires, but we are not Sapphire Ego Managers. We are Sapphires, but in Ego, we are soaring Ego Managers, but we are not Sapphire Ego Managers. But if you are a Sapphire Ego Manager, that means you've got 6 lines of egos, 6 lines of egos. If you do that, then you automatically qualify for GEM bonus in the coming year. Like every month in the coming year, you're entitled for your GEM bonus, as long as you've done your Sapphire Ego Manager. So you're going for Sapphire Ego Manager, it's not just for the title, it's not just for the big recognition. I know we have few of those actually in Africa and in the world, but you are doing that because you know this is actually my ticket. This is my ticket for me to get to GEM bonus. Because if I'm just a Sapphire and I'm not getting GEM bonus, I'm more or less like a soaring manager with a Sapphire pin. My income will be very close to that of a soaring manager if I'm not getting GEM bonus. Now imagine if you're a Sapphire Ego Manager, 6 legs. If you have 6 legs, you're a Sapphire Ego Manager. Now these 6 ego lines, you know, statistics show 40 sometimes to 65% of all the ego managers achieve Chairman's bonus the coming year. 40 to 65% of all the ego managers achieve Chairman's bonus the coming year. So if I have 6 ego lines, I now have a chance to start thinking about definitely Chairman's bonus level 3. Worst comes to worst, you'll probably land on level 2. But if you do this twice, most likely you'll definitely get to Chairman's bonus level 3. Because Chairman's bonus level 3 will require you to have 6 lines of Chairman's bonus qualifiers. So then we use Ego Manager. We use Ego Manager not just to get us to GEM. We also use Ego Manager to get us to Chairman's bonus level 3. Now, if Ego Manager will be the main thing that you talk about with everybody in your team, these 6 Ego Managers will start to have downline Ego Managers. And you know, in Forever we say, don't settle until you've gone at least 3 levels deep. If I have 1 ego, I should not relax like, okay, I already have an ego leg. No. Until that leg has gone 3 levels deep, then I can say I have a strong ego leg. Then I can say most likely every year, I'm going to have this ego leg qualifying. You should always make sure that you have more than 1 person that you're expecting from. You know, off topic, I had a different suit for this meeting. most of it. And then only last night I realized that I actually lost it. I left it probably at the reception, then it got lost. So today I had to wear this again, which I wore when I was presenting at the Global Rally. When I was presenting at the Global Rally, I don't know if you heard that, guys. I was presenting at the Global Rally. So I had to wear this again for two reasons. One is just in case you didn't recognize that was me. This is me. This is me for you. I want to wear this jacket again because it's the only one I have right now, which is a problem, right? So don't do that to your business. Make sure you have more than one ego line so that you don't get stuck. You don't get stuck. 65% of those egos, they will go and achieve chairman's bonus. And chairman's bonus level 3 is the ultimate goal in forever. And you need to have 6 lines of chairman's bonus qualifiers. When you have 6 lines of chairman's bonus qualifiers, you're on chairman's bonus level 3. Now, guys, here is where the big money is. Here is where the big money is. Now, can you imagine when you have 6 lines of chairman's bonus qualifiers, and each of that line has gone 3 levels deep? Because remember, you don't settle until it's 3 levels deep. They've gone 3 levels deep. That means you have an assurance. One of the guys that has gotten probably more chairman's bonus level 3 checks, maybe more than anybody else, is Kim Madsen. And he has never qualified for chairman's bonus level 1 or level 2. The first time he qualified, he went straight to level 3. And he has been on level 3. Kim Madsen. Crazy, right? I remember there's a year he was in Uganda, then we met him there, and then we were chatting, and then the bonus recaps just came out, and we were asking him, like, how much money did you make last year? I don't know, I don't check my recap. See these people with a lot of money, they forget to check their recaps. You know, but when it's $500, when the first recaps are out. When it's bigger money, they don't even check. So then he opened the recap for us, and I think he had a bonus of about 150,000 euros that year, that month, which is 150,000 euros. That's crazy, crazy money. The secret is in getting to chairman's bonus level 3, guys. And we have to plan to get here. We have to plan to get here. It probably won't happen this year, not for everybody, but for most. Next year, probably for most, it won't happen. But from year 3, I believe a number of us here can get to chairman's bonus level 3. Not just here. And if this is 22, 23, 24, it means the rally that will go in 2025. The rally that will go in 2025, we need to have a serious number of chairman's bonus level 3 checks from Africa. We need to have a serious number. But remember, in order for that to happen, we need to connect with that end results, and then we need to come backwards and ask ourselves, okay, where is my business right now in 2022? Where are you right now? Maybe right now, you are on 12 cc's a month, and it's okay, no problem. It does not matter where you are right now, because where you are right now is from what you did in the past. And there's nothing you can do with what you did in the past. Nothing you can do. The people who left in the past, nothing you can do. Those who did nothing you can do. But hey, we have the whole big future ahead of us. And you can choose to draw a line and say, okay, this is where I am right now, and this is how I'm going to move forward. I'm going to make sure this year I get to this level, and I'm going to next year get to this level. Maybe in 2025, maybe you're not going to hold a chairman's bonus level 3 check. Maybe. But what about chairman's bonus level 2 check? 3 legs. Maybe that one you can smash it. That one is for sure, guys. You can do it. For sure, everybody here, anybody that's here, doesn't matter your level right now, doesn't matter where your business is. Chairman's bonus level 3, level 2, 3 legs, those ones you can smash. But I can tell you for sure it's not going to be easy. It will require sacrifice. It will require you to go through pain. It will require you to give up on a lot of nice things. It will require you to work harder than what most people want. It will require you to do all of those things. But come 2025, on that rally, I don't know where we'll be. On that rally, you will be one of the happiest FBO on that rally. And you will thank yourself. You will thank yourself for having worked consistently and focused for 3 to 5 years. Now, when we think 5 years, it's even getting crazier. So you need that 3 to 5 years plan. If you don't create a 3 to 5 years plan, I doubt if you're gonna make it big in forever. I really, really doubt. If you don't create a 3 to 5 years plan, most likely what will happen every year, you will be starting afresh and planning, how can I smash this ego, instead of looking at how can I use this ego to get me to the jackpot, which is chairman's bonus level 3. And that is where the challenge is for him. That is where the challenge is. That is where the challenge is. The challenge is not in achieving these qualifications. That's not the challenge. Yes, we'll talk about the qualification, but that's not the challenge. The challenge is for you to remain focused for 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years of focus. That's all we need. You do that, you build a business, you put a foundation in your business, which is almost indestructible. Almost indestructible. 3 to 5 years of focus. That is where the challenge. And you know, to build a chairman's bonus level 3 business, it needs great momentum, right? There needs to be a great momentum in your team. Now, when you're pushing a car, you know, when you think about momentum, always think about a car which is moving on its own. Maybe you push and then it's moving on its own. When you're pushing a small car, like maybe a small Toyota Corolla, just put it on a neutral gear and then you push it. It doesn't take a lot of effort for it to start moving. You know, just a little push and it starts moving. And at the same time, it doesn't take a lot to stop it. It doesn't take a lot to stop it. If you've pushed a small car and it's moving, you can also go in front of it and kind of stop it and it will stop. But imagine if you have pushed a big car and you've actually managed to get a big car to move, a big car, maybe like a Nissan Patrol, a big one to move. Now that one is much difficult to stop. But to achieve chairman's bonus level 3, you need big momentum, bigger than the one that comes from a smaller car or a bigger car, more like a train. Now the question we need to ask ourselves, how can you push a train? How can you push a train? Where do you start? Do you go to the head and start pulling it? Do you go to the last and then you start pushing it? How do you do it? And in actual fact, you can never be able to push a train. It can only be moved by what's inside of it. The engine is what will make it move. The same way with you. If you really want to achieve this, never expect to get a push from your upline to chairman's bonus level 3. Don't expect that. Don't expect anybody from outside to come and push you to get to chairman's bonus level 3. No, it won't happen. It has to come from within. Because the kind of momentum that's needed is so big, it cannot come from outside. It has to come from within. So you need to ask yourself, do you really want to go for these ones? Have you connected with the end result and have you gone backwards? Have you chosen to be a master? Have you done that? Because when you're a master, you get to learn how to be uncomfortable with what is not happening now. Most of the times as FBOs, we do the opposite. We get comfortable with what is not happening right now. We get comfortable with May passing without recruiting, and I'm going for ego. We get comfortable, June passes without recruiting, and I'm going for ego, I'm still comfortable. September passes, I've not recruited, and I'm still going for ego, and I'm comfortable. We get comfortable with what is not happening now. But rather, you need to learn to get very uncomfortable with what is not happening now. When things are not happening right away, get uncomfortable so that you can start to turn things around. Because when you're comfortable, you cannot move. When you're comfortable, you don't want to be stuck. When you're comfortable, you don't even want to be shaken. So you need to learn to get uncomfortable with what is not happening right now. And when you do that, with your mind connected with your big goal in the next 3 to 5 years, and you not being comfortable with what is not happening right now in your business, I can tell you, you're going to smash that goal. But the moment you get comfortable with what is not happening right now, and you're still comfortable with the goal 3 to 5 years, 3 to 5 years down the line, the only thing you'll do is you look back and regret why you did not go an extra mile, why you did not push. But today, we still have the chance, we still have the opportunity to go and smash Ego Manager. Ego Manager is by far the most important incentive that we need to focus on leaders, because it's what will unlock everything, Ego Manager. And the thing with Ego Manager is, even if you just focus on Ego Manager on its own, just on its own, it's enough on its own. But then when you go an extra mile and start to think about how Ego Manager will actually open up an opportunity for you to smash Chairman's Bonus Level 3, an opportunity for you to build a GM Manager business. When you think about Ego Manager in that perspective, then everything changes on how you're actually qualifying for Ego and how focused you'll be on Ego Manager. So you cannot underestimate the importance of Ego Manager. Every move up that you want to achieve, it's much more difficult to move up with Ego Manager. But if you do that, then you're really maximizing on forever. You know, for me, Ego Manager is like the force sleep for managers. This is like it's a must happen. It's a must happen. If you're a manager and you're not going for Ego Manager, I don't know what you're doing, honestly. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're working on. I mean, that is the least you can do as a manager. Imagine you meet a supervisor who is not going for 4CC. What do you think about that supervisor? Now, when a manager is not going for Ego Manager, I don't know what to think about that manager. And all of us here, I know, when we ask people to come on stage that qualify, I know we are not yet confirmed in our countries, but you'll be confirmed. I mean, 360 has confirmed you, right? So if 360 has confirmed you, I know you'll be fine. When we asked people to come on stage that qualify for Ego Manager, maybe some did not come because for whatever reason, but those who came, there are very few. Very few. You know, last year, we only had about 109 Ego Managers in the whole of Africa. 109 Ego Managers in the whole of Africa. Last year, we had about 124 Ego Managers. For me, that's a very small number. How can the whole of Africa produce only 109 Ego Managers? It's too small, guys. Too small. I think the whole of Africa need to be producing 500 plus Ego Managers. Why 100? You know, we are talking about the whole of Africa, guys. The whole of East Africa, the whole of West Africa, Nigeria, Southern Africa, Botswana, Congo, Ghana. Put everybody together. Only 109 people. Too small. Too small. But that should tell you, being an Ego Manager is not easy. Being an Ego Manager is not easy. And if you really want to achieve Ego Manager, first of all, you have to want it yourself. You have to want it yourself so badly. So badly. And I can tell you, if you are maybe a senior manager or a soaring manager, and you need your 3 lines of egos to become soaring Ego Manager, and you're working with someone that doesn't really want it badly, you know that's one of the toughest things. You wanting ego for someone more than they want it for themselves. Super stressing, energy draining, I'm telling you. And that's why you can only do it once if you have to. And immediately you have to find a replacement for them. Immediately, because you are building a business and you have no time to babysit. You have no time to carry people in their backs. I mean, how can you have someone in your back and you're racing towards CBQ level 3? It's difficult, guys. You can only do it once. And then after that, you learn your lesson and say, okay, I cannot count on this person. Let me look on this person's downline. Do I have someone in their downline that I can get to ego manager? Get the person to ego manager and don't settle, right? You need to get another one so that you have 3 lines. I mean, 3 generations. Because when you have 3 generations, then you can say, I have a strong ego leg here. Then it gives you the freedom to go and build other legs. So you have to want it badly, but also you have to understand the qualifications. And I don't even want to assume, but I hope we are all super excited with the change, with the policy. I would say the temporary policy changes. Is that probably something only for this year? Only for this year. As a way that Forever wants to give back more, as a way for Forever to underline the importance of people achieving ego manager. But we need to understand the qualifications. The qualifications are very, very easy to understand, but not easy to achieve. 1st of May to 30th of April. So it has begun. Where today is 15th of May. So 15 days are gone of ego. And some, you might be surprised, but some have already started to doubt themselves after just 15 days. They're already thinking, I think this ego, it didn't start quite just right. Maybe the next one I'm telling you, I'm going to plan better. I want to make sure by May I'm already doing 100 cc so I can smash it. No, you can do it. Even if you're on 4 cc's right now. You know, sometimes as a manager, when your business is so low, you know, you tend to completely give up on the possibility and the fact, and you actually forget that you were at some point at 2 cc's and you managed to get to 100, right? So you can do it again. You can do it again. So do not give up. So the qualification is very simple. And of course, be active throughout the month, throughout the year. And of course, be leadership bonus qualified. That is 12 cc's. If any of these qualifications are unclear, please get them clear to you ASAP. You don't want to miss out just because you misunderstood something. I remember the first year we were qualifying for chairman's bonus. We missed chairman's bonus, not because we didn't do the cc's. We thought actually we did everything, only to realize we missed something. You know the 600 cc's from a manager? We didn't know that they start to count after the person achieves manager. So we were just adding them all, even before they were announced. And we missed chairman's bonus. And that was after we had even celebrated and announced to the whole team that, hey, we are chairman's bonus qualifiers. Thank you so much, team. You know, we worked together and we've done it. You know, and then the country manager coming and telling us, you know what, guys, there's something wrong. I don't know why, but your name is not on the list. And for me, I'm like, I'm sure Forever has just made a mistake, you know. And then they came to look and they don't know, this is what you missed out. And just like that, we missed chairman's bonus. We lost the check. And the coming year, we smashed it. We were actually the first ones to finish in the whole of East Africa. So, if you missed ego, the last ego, why don't you challenge yourself to finish it by December? This one. Finish it by December, this one. You can do it. 720 cc's. And out of those 720, 100 cc's, they have to be new and things that are much, much easier and better right now than the 720 cc's can be what? Global cc's. So these ones can come from all over the world, which is amazing. So you're no longer limited. And of course, you need to develop 2 supervisor lines, just 2 supervisor lines. Just 2 supervisor lines. Just 2. You know, these 2 supervisor lines, in May, they are called just 2. By December, this will no longer be just 2. This will be 2 supervisor lines by December. By January next year, 1 supervisor line will be like one of the biggest and the most difficult thing for you to achieve. Do you know we have so many people miss ego just because of two supervisor lines and just because we're men? Guys, this is one of the, it looks very easy, but apparently it's what causes most people not to achieve ego management. But here's the good news, guys. One of the top leaders in Africa will come and train us on how to smash these two supervisors. And I know if we can smash these ones early, because when you smash these ones early, it means you've got two new strong legs. And remember, we're talking about two new supervisors here, not just two people who did 25 cc's. Let me be very frank here. I'm speaking now as Enos, not as a CSM. You can do these two supervisors in non-compliant way, right? Because these are just 25 cc's. There are so many ways to do 25 cc's on a human being. There are so many ways, right? Yes. But when you do that, remember the aim for you to achieve ego is a stepping stone to chairman's bonus level 3. When you do that, it means you have thought about ego just for the trip, not as a stepping stone for you to achieve chairman's bonus level 3. And I'm not even saying that to make those who missed ego manager because of these two supervisors feel like, yeah, that's why I decided not to do it. No, don't feel good about it. You had 1 year to achieve those two supervisors. You could have done it. And maybe if you did it, you could have had people in your team also saying, I'm going for ego manager. So you've missed out on a ripple effect this year. There's a growth that you could have had this year. You have missed it out because you did not achieve your ego manager. I assure you, when you achieve ego manager, your team will look at ego manager and feel like this is something doable. When they see you not achieving, they look at it as this is something only for the top leaders. You're delaying your own growth in the business. And when you're senior soaring, you need to create some more legs, and things have been made much easier for us now. Make sure you have FLP 360. Without FLP 360, I don't know how you can track your ego manager. I know we all have it. I know we all have it. I know we all have it. Today is Sunday. Today is Sunday, guys. It's not good to lie on Sunday. It's Sunday today, right? Yeah, it's not good to lie on Sunday. I know we all have FLP 360. Let's make sure we get on FLP 360. Without it, you can't really say it. So achieving ego, understand it, and you got to remember, don't feel like I got this. No, you don't. And I'll tell you the truth. In Tanzania and Rwanda, in 2020, we had one ego manager from Tanzania and one ego manager from Rwanda. And I'm sharing this so that you can know nobody owns ego manager. And that should be like a caution for those that have achieved. Don't go out celebrating, feel like I am an ego manager. No, you achieved ego manager. As a matter of fact, you achieved out of what you did last year. You are being crowned now, but it's what you did last year. So why I'm sharing this, to remind each and everyone that I've achieved, because we don't want to go from 109 ego managers in Africa to 95. And the only way we can grow is to make sure all those who achieve it as well. And for my country, Tanzania and Rwanda, those who achieved last year did not achieve this year. Both of them. That should be a warning to everybody here. Not a warning per se, a caution, right? A caution that don't feel like I got this, I've made it already. I know how to smash this thing. No. Brand new ego manager has just begun. Brand new ego manager has just begun. But this is what happened. When we had one ego manager in Tanzania, 2020, one ego manager, the whole country. That one ego manager, yes, I'm telling you, someone is not believing, one, the whole country. That one ego manager brought a ripple effect. And this year, we've grown from 1 to 11 ego managers. What is going to grow to what? 30, maybe 25, 30, I don't know, but we don't want to go anything less than double of that. Why not, guys? But I'm thinking 3-5 years down the line. I'm thinking about the day where we have 100 ego managers from Tanzania. I'm sorry, I'm talking about Tanzania. I'm thinking about the day we have 100 ego managers from Tanzania. That's 200 people traveling. 200 people at the airport. 200 people on one flight. Guys, people better shut down their Instagram on that day. It's gonna be crazy. Now, when we have 100 ego managers from Tanzania, how many do you think we'll have from Botswana? Crazy numbers, right? Botswana will probably need to have 2 flights taking ego managers. 2 flights. Now, I don't want to go to South Africa because then I'm telling you, the world is going to go crazy. One day, maybe one day we'll be in a room with 1,000 ego managers from Africa. And you know what? If we don't connect to that vision, we are being so unfair to our teams. Because you have assistant managers right now in your team, you have supervisors in your team, and trust me, they also want to travel for free with Forever. They also, and the only way they'll be able to travel for free is with ego manager. That's the easiest way. Because global rally requires 1,500 cc's. Ego manager requires 720, less than half. And you get even bigger respect. I can tell you, when you're wearing your ego manager pin, and you're walking around with your ego manager pin, when people see it, they know they are looking at someone serious in the business. Do we have a global rally pin? There is no global rally pin. Global rally, once it's done, we forget you immediately. You are done. Ego manager, you have the whole year to enjoy it. So take personal responsibility. Say, this is mine. I'm going for it. And above all, you must start massively. You have to start massively. You have to push massively from the beginning. Don't start slowly, my leaders. And the good thing, we've all had our good rest, maybe a few more days of rest. And then after that, guys, let's not rest again. We'll meet in Bali. We'll rest again in Bali. When we leave Abu Dhabi or Dubai, when we leave UAE, when we go back to our homes, guys, let's go there to work. And me, I always tell people that I don't see the reason of resting and relaxing a lot in Tanzania. Why should I relax a lot in Tanzania while there's WB Hotel in Abu Dhabi? I mean, that's an error, right? These are the places to come and relax. Then we go back home and work even harder. 52 weeks of focus. And it is possible for everyone. And let me give you some inspiration for those that are right now, maybe not at their best. Look at these CCs. These are CCs of one of our ego managers in Tanzania. This was 2020. 2020. That means a year before last ego began. So I want you to think about your CCs, the CCs that you did last year, 2021. Think about your 2021. How many CCs were you operating on in 2021? Maybe you are more or less like this guy, 15, 12. This guy has been operating under 20 CCs. You know, first 7 months of the year, under 20 CCs. August did 26, then went again under 20. Only 2 months in a year, someone did 25 CCs, only 2 months. Now, if you have someone operating on this level, or someone that this was the performance of someone in your team last year, do you know even that person can achieve ego manager this year? Because look at the changes that this person made. January 2021, how many CCs did you do in January? This year, 2022. Maybe you were in your 20s and you are probably thinking, I can't make it anymore. It's too late. Somebody was on 28. These are supervisor CCs, guys. And then 25 February 2021, a month before ego, 38 CCs. And once ego began, you can see the power of the mind. Eh? Once ego began, this is the same person. Once ego began, went on and smashed ego manager. If he can do it, you can do it. It is right here in the room. If I can ask Dastan, please stand up. We just give you a big round. On the training at the Global Rally, I have to share this one. I don't know if everybody saw it, so I have to share it. On the training of the Global Rally, I was like inspired and crushed at the same time. This lady, look at her CCs. Let me explain them. This is 2020. This light blue is 2021 and red is 2022, right? So this person, January 2020, this is probably under 20 cc's. February, here, this is 100, this is the line for 100 cc's. So if you are operating here, 2020, this is person probably doing about maybe 20, 30 cc's, maybe here 40, the whole year operating on that level, all right? And then last year, 2021, she made a decision that she wants to go big. She started recruiting like crazy. She recruited more than 100 people last year, more than 100 people. It was 152, if I'm not mistaken. 150 people in 1 year. That's more than 10 people a month, guys. And she says like, oh, I wonder why people recruit like 2-3 people a month. I'm like, you should wonder why people recruit 2-3 people a year. 2-3 people a month, that's already big. That's like a goal for most people. 150 people. And after that massive recruiting, look at what happened in 2021. This is where she started. Again, under 20, then the business started to grow. Guys, this is 200 cc's. Imagine you begin January, you are here. Probably 20 cc's or 15. February, 30. Here, maybe 60. March, April, maybe 170. May, approaching 300. June, probably 380. January, this year, 600 cc's. 600 cc's. January 2022. This is someone that 3 years ago was doing less than 30 cc's. Less than 30 cc's in 2020 and 600, guys, 600 is in 600. 600 cc's in 2022. And how dare can you say that you cannot change your business in 3 years? If someone can go from 30 to 600, 30 to 6, can you imagine 600 cc's? I know, Kobile doesn't need to imagine that. She knows it, right? But can you imagine 600 cc's a month? 600 cc's a month. Now, can you imagine even better? Someone that was doing less than 30 cc's 3 years before. If she can do it, why not us, guys? If not 600, maybe 500. If not 500, maybe 400, whatever it is, but why not? So let's go for Ego Manager, amazing people. It will help you build your business the right way. It will give you recognition like you can never get such recognition. And of course, Ego Manager prepares you to go for chairman's bonus. And the trip, yeah, is amazing. And that's just icing on the cake. And I know we'll be in Cancun. We'll have so much fun in Cancun. It will be awesome and amazing. 109 people from Africa. And I cannot wait when we have 500 people from Africa. And if you want the money, then just know Ego Manager guarantees that you'll be making at least twice of what you're making as a normal manager when you go for Ego Manager. So definitely amazing people. If you ask me, I'll tell you, in the marketing plan of Forever, what matters the most in Forever marketing plan is Ego Manager. As I'm bringing back our host to introduce someone that's actually gonna go and tackle that just to supervisors. And this is someone amazing that's gonna come talk to us. And I'm not even gonna be the one inviting her. I'll still bring Blandina because she is an amazing and one of the best hosts in the world. I don't know if you don't know, she's a Sapphire manager. Just because I have to make sure. If I think maybe we just brought a normal person to come and host our events, we can't just bring a normal person. We have to bring a powerhouse. We have to bring a powerhouse. So, one thing amazing people, are we going for Ego Manager? Is that a wishful thinking, or is it deep down? It's like deep down we are going for ego money. And are we going to use ego manager to get us to chairman's bonus? And using ego manager to get us to chairman's level? Level 3, guys. You know, I wish we can even, write all our names and put a stamp, and then we meet again 3 years down the line and see how many of us would have actually smashed chairman's bonus level 3. Because I know there are people in this room that are going to hold the chairman's bonus level 3 check in 2025 in whatever country that is going to happen. So thank you so much, amazing people. May God